Hey everyone, sorry I'm late this morning, guys. It took me a bit longer to get my coffee this morning. We didn't have any cups, so I am not presenting a cup of crypto this morning. I'm presenting a glass of crypto. Still got a glass of coffee here, and I hope you guys are all settled and got your coffees ready for this episode of A Cup of Crypto, where we go over all of today's analysis, fundamentals, the news, of course, analysis predictions for today. So sorry to keep some of you waiting. If you're here with me now, we're going to get straight into it. Please do smash the like down below to let YouTube know that this is one of the, if not the, best morning crypto shows on the internet. Guys, great to see some of you in the chat. Appreciate you being here. And let's kick things off with what's going on with crypto news, because since my last live stream, which was last Friday, so by the way, this is Monday to Friday every day, but unfortunately, as I let you guys know over the weekend, we couldn't do yesterday's one. We have had quite a few updates here. There's been quite a lot going on. So morning everyone, just reading the comments. So let's kick things off, guys, by looking at some of the news, because there's some really important things we need to cover before we actually look at the technicals. So CoinDesk report that Bitcoin will reach $200,000 in the second half of 2022. And you know what's crazy, guys? I believe it. I do believe it. Even if we still have one leg down still to come, I believe this will happen. But that is the question, isn't it? Is Bitcoin, does Ethereum, do they have one more leg down? Or are we now broken out in the bull cycle? And of course, we're going to be looking at that in the technicals shortly. So Bitcoin will reach 200K in the second half. Bitcoin became increasingly correlated with equities toward the end of the fourth quarter last year, when faced with prospect of central bank tightening. So the correlation has become more pronounced with Bitcoin and the wider crypto market. So I guess what they're basically saying is that the S&P 500, showing you very, very quickly here, we will do some technical analysis on that. Although we've had this correction, like with Bitcoin, this is a bounce. And like we've had bounces previously, and this isn't a market crash, it isn't a recession, it's just a crash. The last big one was in March with the COVID crisis. Yeah, it was this big one. But we have had little ones in between, like here. And this could be another basically crash, but it could be a breakout and we could be carrying on. So Bitcoin correlated with the S&P. One idea, and we're obviously going to resurge to all-time highs, 200K by the second half of 2022. Very possible. XRP, for those of you that don't watch XRP, or even if you do, it had a massive bounce yesterday, a massive push. So XRP gains 30%, and it wasn't just due to technicals. It was because of Ripple. They got permission to explain fair notice defense. So many of you will be familiar. There's this ongoing saga between Ripple, which is XRP's sort of holding company, that is the company behind XRP. They've been in this lawsuit with the SEC, and there was one more green tick for XRP. And for those of you not so familiar with the lawsuit, obviously you can make a whole live stream, many live streams on this, but what's basically the consensus is that XRP have just put the SEC in their place, and it doesn't look like there's a chance in hell pretty much that the SEC are going to come out on top. So it seems like the SEC have their legs between the tail, and every time more news comes out, it's just getting more and more bullish for XRP. So in other news, which is excellent for not only Bitcoin but Ethereum, KPMG, they're one of the biggest financial institutions in the world, kind of like an auditing firm like PricewaterhouseCoopers, for example, the same sort of company, like Deloitte, that they're one of the big three. KPMG in Canada adds Bitcoin and Ethereum to its corporate treasury. Now, guys, that is extremely bullish, extremely bullish. KPMG Canada has announced the addition. So it is the Canadian version, fair enough, and they have an ETF in Canada, but, you know, they're making headway. And the addition of Bitcoin and Ethereum to its corporate treasury, according to Benj Thomas, a managing partner for the firm, decision to incorporate Bitcoin and Ethereum to its balance sheet means that the multitutional sees digital currencies as a maturing asset class. So it's different this time in the sense that it's just goes up, goes right the way down, goes right the way up, goes right the way down. We have more mature, longer cycles now, guys. So very, very interesting to see that one of the big three in financial innovation, KPMG, are going in. So guys, let's take a look at this news as well with Shiba. SHIB Army. Any SHIB Army fans here today, guys? Whether you're watching this live, let me know, or even if you're watching this slightly later, leave a comment if you're a SHIB fan. But Shiba Inu surges 50% as Bitcoin and Ethereum recover and a new blockchain project gets underway. So SHIB actually had some really bullish news. It's a token that I hold. I've been holding it for a long time. It sounds like a lot. I own 23 million Shiba tokens, but it's not that much. It's a few $1,000s. But on Tuesday, yesterday, the price of Shiba Inu cryptocurrency went ballistic, trades 12% up, and then it went up to around 52% gains. Shiba is now trading at many zeros, 327. The best way to work that out, by the way, if you trade on BYBIT, they simplify it by having SHIB 1000, so it'll be 0.3277, making the meme coin the 13th most valuable cryptocurrency. Can you believe that a joke coin is the 13th most valuable cryptocurrency? And it only a few months ago it was up to like the 7th. Crazy, crazy, crazy. SHIB's rebound mirrors a broader recovery in crypto markets. So it basically, people are speculating on the fact that if Bitcoin and Ethereum are breaking out and going back to all-time high territory, we all saw what happened with prices like SHIB, for example, and people are speculating huge gains. So there was some fundamental news as well. Unification, a Singapore-based blockchain solution provider that's worked with Amazon and Google, announced that it's been working with Shiba Inu in the Shibarium. They also announced very bullish news about Shiba going into the metaverse with the Shibaverse, which I've shown you previously as well. So you could see Shiba token going into the metaverse as well. So there's sort of the big headlines I wanted to cover today. Let's get into technical analysis. Let's have a look what's going on with Bitcoin, with Ethereum, with altcoins. Is this the breakout we've been waiting for, or do we still need to be cautious? Many people are DMing me right now. Should I go long? Is this the time, or is it FOMO? Well, let's cover all that, guys. And once again, if you're just joining us, or if you're joining us from before, please do smash the like down below, whether you're watching this live with us now or slightly later. Do make some noise for the YouTube algorithm. Let's get into the price action. So first thing we need to look at here, guys, in fact, the first thing we need to do is I need a sip of my glass of crypto this morning. It's not a cup of crypto, guys. I wasn't that organized, so we're drinking a glass of crypto, or a glass of coffee. That's very good. That is very, very good. So Bitcoin, guys, we're currently trading at $43,830. We did come up to $45,500. It would seem just a week ago that $45,000 was out of the question when we were trading down at 33,000. So the good news is, the bullish news is this downward trend from the all-time high on the 10th of November, $69,250, has broken. That's the good news, okay? You can't deny that that is bullish from a technical perspective. However, there's always two sides to the story, and we need to consider everything here. We need to consider the resistance above us, because there have been times in the past where things are fake outs. Like, for example, if you were to use this line here, for example, you know, before we knew this price action, we would have considered this a breakout, okay? But it wasn't, because we extrapolated this further, and we got rejected here, we got rejected here, and we thought we may get rejected there, but we didn't. We've broken above. Now, the resistance levels here are what we need to pay very, very close attention to. So the key resistance I've mapped out basically with these lines. We broke through one of them, the 41,000. That was a key level. The next level we broke above, which is 42,750, which is also a significant level of previous support and resistance, but we broke through that level as well. My bet now is that we're looking for a retest, and we could see the Bitcoin price come back down in the short term, 24, 48 hours most likely, down to around 42,700 to retest this level. In terms of moving averages, what we need to look at on the daily is the 100 and the 200, which are above us. So they're the most significant forms of moving averages here. So what you'll notice, the 200 is coming down to this $46,580 level. That's the level for me. That 46,000, call it 46,600 and change. That is the level for me that we need to break and confirm above to get this bull cycle back in motion. The question right now is, are we going to come back from where we did get rejected, come and retest this and bounce back up to retest it and break above? Or guys, very simply, is it going to be the latter where we get support here and we break to the downside here, we get support here, and then we have to take it from there, because of course you could come back down or you could come back up. That's the big question right now before you can consider this a resurgence towards all-time high prices. That is the main question right now. And for Bitcoin, as far as Bitcoin's concerned, it's all eyes on the S&P 500 because equities are super strongly correlated at the moment. Even though we had a day or two where they kind of unpaired, you still have to watch what's going on with equities, because equities are responding to inflation and politics, geopolitical tension, and Bitcoin now as a store of value, you cannot disregard as an asset that is going to be clear of those kind of things. So we will go over the more in-depth technicals of Bitcoin in a moment for the 4-hour and the hourly to see what we can look at today. But let's briefly cover the S&P before we go into that, because we need to know the parameters of how Bitcoin's trading within what kind of range within a more macro view, a mini macro view. I'm not talking about years and years. I just want to talk about what's actually key at the moment with the S&P, because if the S&P is struggling, it will be very difficult for Bitcoin to have an inverse effect of that and start rallying. I'm sure many people will agree here. Morning all for you guys just joining us. Quick recap. We're going over the S&P. We're going to go over Bitcoin. We haven't done Ethereum yet. We're going over it all, guys. If that sounds good, please get the likes up. We're on 33 likes, guys. Please do smash the like button down below. Let YouTube know that you're here and you're in for the Marzell Money community live streams. I really appreciate. Get the likes going. So let's get into the S&P. So S&P has been rallying downward since its all-time high, which was on the 3rd of January. I mean, just recently, 3rd and 4th of January, just a month ago, we created an all-time high at $4,800, 48.21. However, we now rallied down, and we did see a big sell-off. I mean, as far as the S&P goes, right, guys, it was about 12%, but for the equity markets, that's significant. Okay, Bitcoin, Ethereum, not so much, but that's quite a significant move to the downside. We came down, and since then we've come back up, and we've seemed to be rejected off this resistance level, this sloping resistance level. We couldn't make it past that strong previous support resistance of 45.90, so basically $4,600. So now with the S&P, what we're currently seeing is a potential retest, guys, down to the next level, which is at $4,420. Will we get supported here for a breakout? That would be very bullish. Or will we fall back down and create a double bottom at 42.75? That would also not be the end of the world and could mean, yeah, it would affect Bitcoin in the short term when we see some lower prices, maybe back down to like 35,000, 33,000. I imagine if the S&P comes back down to sort of 4,278, what that will mean for Bitcoin is likely kind of a double bottom situation. We may come down as low as 34, 33 to create a kind of a double bottom pattern like we've done here, like we've done here. That wouldn't be the end of the world either. It might be the one last chance we can buy Bitcoin at the kind of the lows, right? But of course, the S&P could be making its way back to very bullish territory, and we may see a breakout of its downward trend. Maybe this isn't actually a downward trend, and I've just mapped up a local price level, and we could actually see a reversal here, because in terms of current support, if you look at a VPVR on the S&P 500, what you can see is the point of control is actually up above here. So there may be buying pressure to get up to that point of control. I mean, if you zoom out further, the point of control is locally down at around 4,345. So again, not very much price action to go down either. So we could also see like a higher low created here. That would be bullish as well. The question right now, however, for Bitcoin, and really in order to consider it, like I'm talking about more of a mid-long-term view here for buying to going like in, waiting for the next all-time high territory. When are we going to see 100, 200, 250k Bitcoin? Well, in order to get really bullish, like that bullish on Bitcoin again, like I mentioned, guys, we need to break $46,600 level now, not just because it's a technical level of support and resistance, but because the moving averages on the daily here of the 100 and the 200 are resting there. If we can break those levels and we can start to see bullish sentiment of the averages, so for example, this 50-day, this red line crosses the 50, that would be the first step, and then the 20-day crosses the 100, and then the 20-day crosses the 200, like you see in previous cycles where, for example, this 20-day average here has crossed the 50, it then crosses the 100 and 200, and prices start spiking up again all the way up here. And that's what we're waiting on, guys. Until that happens, I'm not going to say I'm bearish, because I'm a lot less bearish than I was a week ago, because you can't deny, guys, you cannot deny it, whether you're bullish or bearish, whatever, we have broken above the key resistance level. That is a very good sign, a very, very good sign. So let's explore this on the smaller time frames. Let's start on the 4-hour, and then we'll look on the 1-hour chart of Bitcoin. And then for anyone that's just new joining us, guys, we haven't actually covered any other coins yet, so you're just in time. We're going to be covering Ethereum and Cardano and XRP and everything like that. So just having a quick sip of my cup of crypto, or indeed this morning, my glass of crypto. Leave some comments down below and in the chat. What are you drinking this morning? What's your crypto beverage of choice? Guys, I have to say, the likes are a little bit low this morning. We're on 50 likes, but there's 109 of us. The maths don't add up, guys. If everybody could just tap that like down below, I guarantee you it is well appreciated. It really helps YouTube know that this video is of value. So if you are enjoying it, just tap the like button. If you're not enjoying it, you can leave, basically, guys, with respect. But here we go. Let's talk about the 4-hour chart here, because the 4-hour chart tells us a slightly different story to what the daily chart shows us, guys. Likes are coming in, I appreciate it. So we have been on a rampant surge in price recently, okay? In terms of percentage, we've gone up 40%. It's a big rally just in the last few days. So if we look at this 4-hour, we want to basically see, is this little bull price action exhausted? A good way to look at that is by using Elliott wave impulses. So Elliott wave, basically, we want to find our Elliott wave impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we want to see if a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 has now indeed played out. So the first thing you're seeing here, I mean, you've got kind of 1, 2, I would say 3 is probably here, 4, and 5, I guess, has just been completed. There is another way of looking at this. For example, you could, if you really wanted to, you could potentially have it like this. You could adjust these parameters, but I think it doesn't make as much sense. I think the way I just did it makes the most sense, but you could potentially look at this. This also could be the case, or 3 could be there, but this doesn't make as much sense. But we could be waiting now. We could have just completed 3 in an impulse wave and be waiting for 4. 4 could be back at the support. This is why you need to be cautious right now. But either way, whichever way you look at it, let me take these back to my previous thing, because I don't think that's the case. I think this is the case. I think we've just created 5, especially as we've come into the daily resistance as well, like I showed you with the moving averages. This kind of makes the most sense for me. And after an Elliott impulse wave, you have to have a correction. It just is what happens. There's no ifs, buts about it. It just changes. So it doesn't change, excuse me. So this is what we're kind of looking at in terms of the impulse at the moment. In terms of fib levels, what would be interesting to see locally is, if we go, we can also see resistance below us using fib. So like I said, this level, this $40,858 level, is actually a Fibonacci retracement level. I'm expecting the price to come down at the minimum as a retest to 42,600, and then a good certainty, a good level of certainty down to 40,800. Will we come back down to test 39,000 below 13, below 40? That's the real question right now. So really, it's all eyes on what's going on the 4-hour time frame and with the equity market. On the 1-hour time frame, I'm seeing that, I mean, this looks a little bit bearish because you're having rejections here and you're having potential sort of head and shoulders pattern play out where you've got a shoulder, you might have a head. Are we going to have another shoulder? Will we get another retest? Because this is now going to act as resistance, guys, 44,570. So this is what we're currently looking at today. We're seeing support. Let's zoom in to make this clear, because if anyone wants to trade Bitcoin today, this is what you need to know. Support is at 43,830. Resistance is going to be approximately at this level, maybe slightly higher. This is the range that we're currently trading in. I've just drawn this because I'm anticipating a head and shoulders pattern. It might not happen, but we're currently being supported at 43,804. If you wanted a short-term trade, guys, what could be a nice trade? A good value trade. Obviously, there's no guaranteed any trade happens, but it's all about risk to reward management and getting the most value. And this would be a good value trade. If you took a long position here, you targeted up to resistance, you could have your stop loss maybe comfortably around here. This isn't a bad trade. It's not the best risk to reward ratio, but you could have a tighter stop loss even. You could have your stop loss set even around this level here. And you're getting around a 4-to-1 risk to reward ratio for a 1.58% pump. Many people are thinking 1.58%, that's not very good. Well, guys, I trade futures, I trade on leverage. So, for example, if that was 10x, that 1.58% would be 15.8%. If it was 100x, which I don't advise, it would be 158% returns, which you can do on BYBIT. But of course, trading can be risky. You can lose a lot of money as well as making money. So please be responsible with your crypto trading. I do have a BYBIT for beginners video. You can find that on my channel easily by looking at the playlists. And of course, for anybody that wants to start learning how to trade like professionally so they can do it from anywhere in the world, become financially free, we have the MTA, the Marzell Trading Academy. Links down below for that. We currently have a discount running on that where we teach in myself, I'm a coach there. I teach with you guys, we answer questions, live video streaming. We basically go through different subjects, categories every day, and we trade as a community, we learn as a community. So if you want to learn how to trade, that's what I would suggest doing, guys. Oh, and a quick mention before I go on to the rest of the TA, for anybody that hasn't caught our amazing competition at the moment, we're giving away a Rolex, guys. We're giving away a Rolex in conjunction with BYBIT to the most successful trader between the 4th. So it has started, but there's still plenty of time. It's based on the most successful trader. So it's running from the 4th to the 20th of February. We still have 12 days to go. Based on P&L, so you can still join, plenty of time. Using the link beneath this video, guys, you see this link here, Rolex giveaway. All you simply do, guys, is click this link, okay? It will bring up this page here, this Ready Set Trade competition page. You register. By the way, you need to set up a BYBIT account using this link with the link that you opened here. You deposit into that account, and then you'll automatically not only be in this competition, by default, you'll be in the prize pool for 1.2 million, but only the Marzell Money community signing up with this specific link, creating account, depositing account with this link, will be in the prize draw for winning a Rolex. I can see there's currently only 60 people in the mix. We might have 100, we might have 150, but if you're the most successful trader in that time period, on my live stream, we will be announcing a winner. We're giving away a $15,000 Rolex, guys. So really, really exciting, and it's going to be, it's just a fun competition, guys. Really nice camaraderie. So if you want a Rolex and you like trading, there's your chance, guys. So yeah, let's go back to the Bitcoin price. Someone says in the live chat, Bitcoin is going to zero. I doubt it. I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. Guys, let's move on to the Ethereum price action. We've done Bitcoin. We've looked at some news. It's important that we go on to the Ethereum price action to see what's going on there. So quickly, before I go on to that, you know what I need to do. I need a sip of my crypto beverage. Gary says, and I'll answer a few Q&A, guys. Basically, if there's any interesting questions that I believe are valuable for everyone else, I'll read them out. Someone says, Gary, I joined BYBIT, love it, really good interface. Yeah, it is. I mean, it's by far the best crypto trading platform. There's no doubt about it. I don't know why more people don't use it. Actually, I do know why more people don't use it, because if you're in the States, you can't access it very easily. However, you can access it using a VPN link below. So this is actually a link to follow my free Telegram crypto trade signals. By the way, check that out as well if you want my crypto trade signals. But if you click that link, there's also a link here for a 70% discount on VPNs. You've got the US and Canada, NordVPN I recommend. So if you use my link in the video description below for NordVPN, or it's also in this Marzell real-time trade signals link, you'll be able to trade on BYBIT. It's by far the best crypto trading platform by a long shot, and it's the crypto trading platform of choice for my community. Plenty of bonuses down below, guys. If you don't want to sign up for the ROLEX competition, there's also a link where you can actually get a guaranteed $1,200 Bitcoin bonus. Okay, so there's a couple of different offers there just for our community. So yeah, Ethereum, let's start on the daily. Let's start on the daily for Ethereum. Like Bitcoin, we have had a breakout on this longer term downward trend. Okay, so again, you can't deny that is bullish. Even if you are a perma bear, it's bullish. Okay, but like Bitcoin, there is resistance to consider above. Okay, what we need to look at here is the resistance levels above us. The strongest level for me for Ethereum right now is 3,150. It acted as significant previous support here, significant resistance as well previously here, and it's now again acting as resistance. It's probably the strongest level of support and resistance in the Ethereum chart. Even if you run a VPVR, you can see it comes in near enough that price. Okay, it comes in at 3,200, but it will flutter around and change depending on the time frame you're looking at it. It is a strong level. Where we're trading at now is it's called a reversal point, basically, guys. It's a reversal point because historically it's been a decision point where we either break above it or we get rejected and we break below it. It's a key point, guys. So 3,150. So we're watching Ethereum. And if you want to go in with a longer term long position or a spot position to buy, to hold, you want to see 3,150 held. It hasn't held yet. You want it to hold on the daily, and there is a slightly weaker level, but it is a significant level nonetheless at 3,300, 3,350, okay? So when Ethereum breaks above, confirms above 3,350, for me, that is the time to go in heavy. Whether it's a leverage trade, a longer term leverage swing trade, or it's just buying and holding. Until we break these levels, we have every chance that we're still going to come down for a retest. The retest levels, of course, we're going to be supported on this previous resistance. The key level here on horizontal is 2,800, and of course there's the potential to create a double bottom. Ethereum is notorious for creating double bottoms. I'll show you. This is what we did in the last cycle. You see, this was actually double bottom on the hourly. You could see it clearer, but on the, let me just get rid of these lines. Sorry, guys. You can see in the summer, we created this beautiful double bottom here. We could see something similar here. We're beginning to do that, right? But we need to see what the price action does. I suspect we will get rejected. The consensus now amongst most analysis, obviously I speak to different analysis every day, is that we're no longer likely to come down to the kind of $1,800, $1,900 levels, which was actually where the fib levels tell us the price could go. We're more likely to come down and create our last leg as a double bottom. So I'll be watching that $2,350 level very closely as well. Very, very strong level. Let's look at Ethereum on the hourly chart here, guys. See what trades we're looking at today. So the worrying thing is, short term, is that is pretty defined M pattern or double top. Okay, we do have a double top in play. You can see got a double top there, kind of a bearish divergent as well. I want to look at the RSI as well for Ethereum. So the RSI, we don't need two of them. RSI is currently around neutral on the 1 hour, but I guess if you go into the 4 hour, yeah, it's still quite high, and we've broken below this average now. So I would consider this more than likely to come down to retest lower levels. So we have come down as low as $3,077, but we're now coming up to support. So the local support and resistance right now, and you can see it probably even closer on the half-an-hour chart, is resistance is certainly at this level. So the resistance at 3125, you could say, approximately 3125 to 3135, something around that. The support now is more so going to be at this level, $3,075 locally. Obviously, you can play around with this, but you've got kind of a scalping level here in this channel. I suspect we'll come back down further, but even lower, you could look at something like this. This might act as a support. This is also likely. That could play out as well. So if we zoom out even a little bit further, the next level of support is going to be here, basically, guys. You're going to look at something around $3,000. Also a round number. Ethereum really does respect round numbers. So a good trade for me in the short term would be this. It would be a short position. There's more value in it right now. And I would be looking to take that trade down to that $3,000 level. But I would have my stop loss just here, just above, probably $3,130. Gives you a nice 6-to-1 payout ratio, if everyone can see that, 6-to-1. So the thing is, you would need to look at to start taking profits. First profit point's around $3,085. I would take about 50% out of the trade because you could get a bounce here. So at least 50% out the trade here, and then the next level would be $3,025. That could be a nice trade for today, next 24, 48 hours, and it could be quite a profitable one. If you get stopped out, that's fine. You're not risking much. You're only risking not even 20% against the gains that you can win. It's a 6-to-1 risk to reward ratio, so it's a nice trade, and there is a strong rejection of this point, and we have broken down in an M pattern. With M patterns, I mean, the basic way that you can work that out is, the first thing you can do is you can get kind of a support level like that, a resistance level, sorry, and do the M pattern, which has a support down here. I mean, you could potentially be looking at down to around $3,000. I think that makes most sense. I think a short position, short term, makes most sense. Most value there. RSI is running a little bit high on the 1 hour, the 4 hour. So in terms of moving averages, let's look at it on the 1 hour as well as looking at the longer term perspective. So on the moving averages here, we're now in between the 20 and the 50 day. So we are getting rejected off the 20. On the 4 hour, we've broken above all time levels. So yeah, could be a retrace as well down to maybe at least the 50-day moving average. The 50-day moving averages on the 4 hour is all the way down at 2,900. So yeah, a retrace is most likely short term. That's for sure. That's for sure. So I'm going to look at the questions, guys. I'm going to see if there's any interesting Q&A questions that I can read out, and then we'll be moving on to some altcoins as well before we wrap things up today. Let's have a look here. Should we buy for long term now or wait for a breakout? I would still be I mean, by all means, in the longer term, it's always good to be buying, guys. Dollar cost average into the market, because no one knows exactly when we're breaking out or we're breaking down. You have to have a long-term mindset. It's a good idea to always dollar cost average into the market, whether you do it daily, weekly, monthly, whether the market's up or down. Even you should have been buying here. And I know that's crazy, and a lot of people thinking, what do you mean? You should have even been buying here, because no one knew if that was going to happen. Obviously, there's technical analysis and certain things telling us it's likely to happen, but no one exactly knows, because trading is all about risk and reward and probabilities. No one was to say that this could have come and got rejected here and continued up. No one knows, right? So you should be buying all the time, whether you set weekly, monthly. But in terms of looking at a trade perspective, from a technical and probability perspective, I would say the right time to buy long term for Ethereum is when we've confirmed and been supported on at $3,340. Okay, Bitcoin, the level for a longer term move, like I showed you, would be this level. We need to confirm above 46,500, confirm that on the daily for a resurgence in price, because that's when a lot of key resistance would have been broken. So good question. Any other good questions? What do you do different on this than in your academy? Yeah, good question. So what we're doing right here is our morning live stream where we go over the news, the technicals for the day. I'm not really teaching you how to trade. I'm teaching you the levels that I look at and how I see those levels. But in the Trading Academy, what we teach is how to chart. Now, charting, technical analysis is 95% of trading. What we're doing here is very surface level stuff. I'm showing you what I'm doing, but the only way to really teach someone how to be a trader is by interacting and going through it together. And basically we have a very unique method of technical analysis in the Marzell Trading Academy. So we use Elliott waves, we use a combination of Fibonacci's, we use triangulation, we use support and resistance. We have free content on there as well of previous sessions, so you always get access, and we're trading as a community. So in the MTA, I mean, I could show you very briefly. Let me bring it onto my screen so you guys can see, for anyone that is interested in signing up now or in the future. But how it works is like this. I'll bring my Discord over. So everything's on Discord, guys. Okay. The MTA consists of general chats, beginners chats, chart analysis, recordings, and live sessions. Every day, myself and our coaches do live interactive sessions. We have trade setups. So they're like advanced trade signals. We don't just say buy here, sell there, because they don't work ultimately, guys. They work until they don't, if that makes sense. You need to know how to trade them. So we have trade signals for Bitcoin, for Ethereum, for all the altcoins. Members chat. We are all trading together and seeing what's going on. And we're constantly, myself and my coaches are constantly giving feedback. Is this right? Is this wrong? We're working with you. But the main benefit, the real main benefit, is the live sessions. Every day, several times a day, we are giving interactive training trading. So you're not on your own. You're learning every day. You're getting private tuition outside of YouTube as a community. So that is the real benefit of it. And if anybody's interested, try it out for a month. You can pay monthly. Link is down below, and there's a big discount at the moment. I think we're offering up to 33% off. I don't know why we're giving that discount. It's a bit too much in my opinion. I have to speak to my my admin on that. But we're running this huge discount. I don't know why it says 30. It is a 33% discount. You can check out the pricing there for anyone that wants to learn more. Try it out for a month. I'm sure you'll be impressed. If you're not, by all means, you don't have to continue because it's a month by month. We do have testimonials somewhere. Where are our testimonials? Because guys, by the way, you can join this without paying as well. The Discord community, I mean. There's a link in the video description for Discord as well. You can join that and you can see a little bit how it works, but obviously you won't get access to the lives, you won't get access to the trading floor. You do get access to the trading, to the Ethereum setups page. You'll get access to this, but you can't, if you're a free member, you can't talk in it, but you can see what's going on. So it'll give you a strong idea. I mean, even an example here, Sid, you may be watching now. I hope you don't mind me showing your chart. It's just the community helping each other, and our coaches giving real-time feedback. So yeah, check it out if you're interested. So any more questions here? Tom X says, to Friday we are going up 100%. On Sunday is the question, maybe. What does the open interest OBV liquid indicator say in the 30-minute 4-hour chart? I'll cover that in a different session, Sid, because I don't have access to that right now. It's a bit of a technical indicator. Do you ever use Halkin Ashi candles? I do, but my preference is using typical candles because I believe they're more than adequate enough if you have many other confluences as well. How much influence do time zones and the opening closing of foreign markets have on the price of crypto? They're quite strongly correlated, Jacob. They're quite, John, sorry. They are quite strongly correlated. Like any market, when different time zones are opening and closing, you will see more volume, and that volume obviously can spike price action, basically. Check the short-long ratio on Binance. We can have a look at that. That is an interesting metric to look at, the short-long ratio. Short ratio. Let's have a look. Basically, the short-long ratio tells us essentially if it's a good time to go long or go short. Let's look at it on the 1 hour time frame. So what we're currently seeing here for the top traders, there are more longs in the market than shorts, and actually that means more so you should short. Amongst all traders, the long and short ratio is trading at a long short ratio of 1.12, 53%. This gives more value to shorting the market right now. It has an inverse effect, so it's also confirming short. Let's see if there's any other good questions. I'll go up a little bit. Samir said, will ETH cross the 3K mark soon? Well, it did. It has. But the question is, will it cross 3,350? That is the next key level. Any other good questions? Someone in Australia, Jacob, I think, answered another one of your questions. But what overnight trade can I do with Ethereum? I think the overnight trade that you can look at is the one that we looked at here on the smaller time frame. I suspect Ethereum will downtrend today. There's definitely more value in backing it to go downtrend today. So stop loss around 3,130. Take one close order about 3,080, and then the next one down at 3,025. That to me is a good value short. Good value short. Short-term short. Let's see if there's any more good questions. I've been out of crypto ETH for the past 4 months. What's going on? Well, Mr. Richards, what's been going on is this. Ethereum's been in a downward trend, and in the last few days we've seen a breakout of resistance, and the questioning is, are we breaking out for real, or are we going to come back down, and are we going to see a double bottom like we did here, possibly, like we did here, possibly? That's what's been going on. That's the question right now. So I'm going to move on to a few altcoins quickly, cover them, what's been going on, particularly some of the ones that have spiked recently. XRP did a crazy one. It broke out of this daily arc, this descending triangle. So this is something we use in the MTA Academy as well, arcs. We had a huge breakout, and we went all the way up to 91 cents. Absolutely crazy gains from XRP. A lot of people would have been liquidated there. So this is bullish for XRP, and there was also some fundamental news. So the target, the ultimate target over the next month or so you could consider for XRP is going to be all the way. Let's take a look at this together. It's going to be very bullish. It's going to be up approximately to the top of that arc, somewhere back at $1.35. XRP is rocketing right now, so could be a good entry. We're seeing the volume as well. I don't think this is coming back down for a retest anytime soon. I mean, it might come back down to like 79 cents as a support. Good value in the long right now in XRP. SHIB, on the other hand, also had a huge breakout and broke this longer term resistance. SHIB is also looking like a good buy right now. The reason why a lot of these altcoins are rallying as well is because Bitcoin and Ethereum are kind of in an indecisive point. Is it a breakout? Is it not? The markets are basically anticipating that we're going to see sideways price action, which means altcoins can rally. That's when you have an altcoin season. I wouldn't necessarily say we're in an altcoin season. I mean, let's look at the Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance is at 42.26%. And we're approaching an apex there. I mean, this is a big chart. Let's look at a smaller time frame chart. Look at the Bitcoin dominance. Let's see if there's anything we should look at in terms of maybe triangulation. Something like that. Maybe a low. Yeah, so there's this pattern we can look at for the dominance. If we break to the downside here, you are going to be looking more bullish for altcoins. If we break to the upside, then it's more bullish for Bitcoin, basically. So you can look at this, by the way, if anyone that doesn't have this chart, it's BTC.D, Bitcoin dominance. It's on TradingView. Watch this closely because this has a big impact on altcoins. So that's very important. Right. So we've looked at SHIB, we've looked at XRP. Are there any other altcoins we want to look at today? I'll cover one and I'll see if there's any other ones that want to be covered. Let's take a look at Atom. Cosmos fans. Guys, if you haven't already smashed the like, let's get up to 100 likes. We're on 93. It's much appreciated, so keep those likes coming. And very quickly, guys, we haven't done this yet. On Twitter, if you want my updates when I'm not on YouTube, go to my Twitter at Marzell Money. I'll do a quick tweet here now. Hey, live stream community. If everybody could go onto my Twitter now, at Marzell Money, and leave a like, comment, that would be great. Get those likes and comments out. You can follow me at Marzell Money. Let's check out Atom together. So here we are. We're currently being supported on the 0.382. $30 basically. $30 on Atom. Atom had a breakout. And Atom's been one of the altcoins that has done very well in terms of staying afloat. It only had a reduction of about 40%. A lot of these altcoins came down about 90%. Atom's a great buy right now because it's well supported at this level. The next trade up for Atom right now would be up to the price level around $37. So a nice trade there, potentially up about 17%. Atom's a good long right now. Looking quite bullish. Let's check out ADA. We haven't looked at Cardano yet today. So Cardano is a very interesting one because still in this downward trending wedge, you could say. I mean, okay, you could have done it. You could have drawn it like that and said this was a falling wedge and we've broken out, but it doesn't make that much sense to me. But the important thing for Cardano is we have been testing this support level of $1 for a long time. That's been a strong support level. We've currently been supported off of it, and you can see that we're right at the bottom here. I mean, we've come down a huge amount. I mean, it came down 70%. So in the mid to long term, Atom to me looks like a good buy, but short term we may be coming back down to around $1.08, maybe even to $1. It's currently trading at $1.18. So nothing too urgent there in terms of a trade. But mid-term, long-term, I think it's a great buy right now. Polygon, let's take a look at Matic. Matic got a breakout. It's performing very well. It's doing very well in these downward times. Again, it's another altcoin that hasn't been that badly affected. It's currently down 30%, went down about 50%. So this is a good buy right now. The support and resistance for Matic is where we're trading now, $1.10. You can see that has been a significant level of support. It's a reversal zone. So for Matic right now, what I would be watching is to see how this level plays. We're currently actually finding support on $1.10. If we can confirm that on today's candle, it could be a nice a long position here. It does look quite bullish. It looks like it's trading well. I can see a bigger arc here, I believe. Let's have a look. Something like that. Not like that. This arc might be also like that. Could be something like that. Waiting for a breakout here. So yeah, it's in a good place. Matic is in a good place for sure. Let's take a look at a couple of others. Someone's asked, just to answer this question, is BYBIT better than Coinbase to use? Can you withdraw in seconds if needed? BYBIT is definitely better than Coinbase if you're not a complete beginner. Coinbase is great for retail market. It's very simple, very easy. BYBIT, there's so many more cryptocurrencies on spot you can buy and sell there. You can withdraw very, very easily as well. You can do many things on BYBIT. Obviously, it's a futures trading platform mainly, but BYBIT has pretty much everything. It has all the metaverse tokens like SHIB, like SAND, like Mana. SHIB's not metaverse. Well, it is going into the metaverse, but you've got hundreds upon hundreds of so many different tokens and coins. It's just a much better platform to use. If anyone wants to use my link down below, you'll get $1,200 in Bitcoin bonus. Or you can enter this competition, guys, where we're giving away a Rolex. If you want to win a Rolex, you simply use this link. It will bring you to this page here. You register, and only Marzell Money communities will actually be within the chance to win. a Rolex watch. Is CoinSpot good? I don't know. I don't use them, to be honest. So guys, I'm going to wrap things up there. We've covered Bitcoin, Ethereum, all the altcoins. We've covered the news. Thank you so much, everyone that's joined us. If you want to follow me throughout the day when I'm not on YouTube, make sure you're following me on Twitter at Marzell Money. We'll be doing these live streams every weekday morning, 10 a.m. UK time usually. Sometimes it's 10:30, but I'll schedule it so you know ahead. I'll be scheduling the next video shortly. So thanks ever so much for joining us, guys. Make sure you share this if you enjoyed it. Smash the like. And guys, I will see you tomorrow for another video. But of course, for another live video, that is, because I'll be posting another video later today. So make sure you're subscribed and turn the bell on, guys. Thank you so much. See you next time. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.